Hey everybody, it's Michelle. I have really been trying to think about what I want to share with people. I've been living here in Gulf Shores, Alabama. I've kind of set myself in a position so you can see where I live. That's Royal Palms right across from us. Now, today, you have to do something on a rainy day. I have to do something to feel productive. And I'm retired. I've been teaching for 32 and a half years. I'm still at the college, but that's only 2 days a week, 4 hours at a time. And I still want to do something, even though I'm retired, to feel productive. So, in using these teaching videos, which is something that I've done since 2011 in my library and at Gulf Shores Elementary School, we've used video to teach all kinds of things. So, what I would like to do is to use YouTube to teach people how to move to the beach. And so, today I want to go over 3 different things. So, I just want to give it to you in little segments. You've been thinking about doing this. I know when we did it, business wasn't going so well for Barry where we lived in Selma, and people were moving out as opposed to moving in. Well, he made a trip down here to Gulf Shores, and everybody was moving in. There was construction going up everywhere, and when he came home and said, "You're not going to believe it, they're just building like crazy down there everywhere you look," and he talked to two or three people in his profession, and they said, "Come on down. There's plenty of room here." And that's what I'm always saying. I always use a book that is titled "There's Always Room for One More," and that's the way it is here in Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, and Fort Morgan on the island. There's always room for one more. So today, I want to talk about 3 different things just to give you a little bit of information about some choices that you'll have to make once you decide, okay, we're moving to the beach. This is something we've always wanted to do. And once Barry said we were coming here, I did not let go of that. I could just see myself down here. And when I'd come down here and I'd see the birds and hear the seagulls squawk, and it was like, Lord, are we ever going to get to move down here? And I've been here since 2002. I've already told you that. Anyhow, so number 1, do you want to live in a condo or a house? Condos are fun. I live in a condo. The one thing that Barry said is we want a view. And we would go in condos and we literally would have to look sideways to get a view. But we spent a good 3 solid weekends doing nothing but going from condo to condo to condo. And then we found Beach Walk. It was kind of crazy the way we found Beach Walk. I'm across the street from the beach, and I'm sorry that it's such a rainy day, and I've already wiped the windows down again, and you can't see, but the beach is right across the street. Anyhow, so we wanted as good a view as you can get. So that's kind of the first thing. Do I want a condo? No. Do I want to live a house? There's tons of homes down here for sale. Now, I'm saying that, but when you start looking for the exact one you want, there might not be that many to choose from, because there's lots of things for sale. But when you really get serious about looking in every category, we're a bit short as far as housing. You can always do a new build. I've worked with several people. In fact, I'm working with Mitch and Tracy right now on a new build, and my job as a realtor, and the people that are building, they're waiting for us to bring people, and that's how they get 80 to 90% of their business. Is a realtor like myself will bring them to an area where they're building brand new homes, and those are all wonder. So number 1, you want a condo or a house? And a condo is pretty much like living in an apartment. There's not anything here at Beach Walk for sale as I'm doing this video recording. But this is pretty much a townhouse. We park underneath. It's only 1,088 square feet, so it's very small. I really downsized. We had just built a house about 3,600 square feet on 3.5 acres. So I really downsized, but I've really got it in two different condos. But anyhow, so condo or house. And condo living's a lot like apartment living. Now, it eliminates, or a lot of condos, especially one right across the street from the beach, it eliminates all yard work, and that's grand. But that's the main thing. Talk about that, and then whichever you decide, then we'll go looking for that kind of home for you. The next is, do I want it on the island or off the island? Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Fort Morgan is a barrier island. And I know you remember studying this until someone kind of pointed that out. The canal, they had to dig a little bit more on that canal, but the canal separates us from living off the beach. And you go over the bridge, and there's a bridge in Orange Beach. There's a bridge in Gulf Shores, and when you go over that bridge, you're coming onto a barrier island. So next decision number 2: do we want to live on the island, or do we not want to live on the island? The further you get away from the water, the insurance several things go down, not tremendous amounts, but your insurance in general is cheaper off the island in a non-flood zone. And there are a lot of places that they don't have to worry about flooding. We do get a lot of rain here, but that's what makes it an island. That's what allows all those palm trees to grow. Okay, number 3. You have to come up with a price point. You don't want that to be the first thing you think about. You've got to make some other decisions before you get there. But once you decide where you want to live, what kind of facility you want to live in, you do have to come up with a price point. It makes it easier on all of us. When I'm narrowing down a search, and I can put you in the Collab Center, which is the MLS for buyers and sellers, you need a price point. And the easiest thing to do is get connected with a lender. And if you buy a condo especially, you want to use a local lender. All kinds of problems arise when you don't use a local lender. Every lender has a geographic that they do a lot of work in. And when they do a lot of work in that, their entire system is programmed for making those kind of loans. And you don't want to get someone in Louisiana or North Alabama that has never done a loan on a condo like I'm in here or across the street, because they're going to request things that don't compute or are not needed, or they're going to request things that are unnecessary. When you use a lender here, they do it in a different way, and it's just more streamlined. But we have literally been taught and to teach the buyer to use a local lender, because it can totally mess up the deal. All right, so today we've gone over 3 things. Number 1, when you move down to the beach, and then we've never looked back. When you move down to the beach, do you want a condo or a house? And just give that some thought. And then, do you want to live on the island, or do you want to live off the island, either in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach or in Foley or Magnolia Springs or Alberta? There's so many choices here, and that's part of why I enjoy helping people, because there are a lot of choices here. It's a bit overwhelming at first. Just on the island, there are 3 different major parts of the island. You can go live in Fort Morgan to our west, and that's a drive, and that is growing like crazy. There are some wonderful buys out there. They're even getting a Jesse's restaurant out there. I mean, it's just unreal. That's one of the first restaurants I ever went to. Do you want to live to the east, almost in Florida? That's in Orange Beach. And Orange Beach is growing like crazy, and there's wonderful things going on in Orange Beach, and they've got the wharf, and I live just under 2 miles from Orange Beach, and so I can go back and forth so easily. But it took me a while. Where does Gulf Shores end? Where does Orange Beach begin? And then, do you want to come live in Gulf Shores like I do? And I just love Gulf Shores. I live on the east side of Gulf Shores, what we call East Beach. And so, anyhow, so that's 3 different choices once you decide, oh, I want to live on the island. And then price point. Everybody's got a budget. It doesn't matter what the budget is. We have $2 million listings, $1 million listings, lots and lots of where I live. Lots of teachers live here. Now, it takes a certain amount to get on the beach, and that's kind of gone up. I would say you need to be very close to the 400 range to get on the beach. We have to play with those numbers, and but 500,000 will definitely get you on the beach. But I can share a bunch of that with you. Don't let that scare you. It is very affordable for all income ranges to live on this island, and do. So I hope that gives you a little bit more information. I would love to work with you. If you give me a call, I've got it posted in the listing. And I hope I'm soon getting to talk with you and help you make these decisions. And I know you're going to love it. I love it here, and what I want for you to is for you to enjoy the same. I'll talk to you again on another video, and we'll take this a little bit farther. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.